I've got a plan for today. The corn's starting to come up a little bit. We've spent all that time on the food plot. Mother Nature's not quite cooperating. I think I have a plan to make it rain.
Well, I guess that's a plan. I don't know how good of a plan, but it is a plan.
Well, I've got access to the fire trucks, and I don't have any pools to fill, so why not?
Well, it's not gonna hurt anything. I don't know if it'll actually work. It takes a lot of water on an acre to do that. But it's better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Jason has quite a few ideas. They range in their practical application anywhere from idiot to genius. I'm actually this time kind of leaning towards genius. I think he's onto something. In 2007, my family started Buck Addiction with two goals in mind: designing affordable food plot blends and feeding our addiction to hunting. I design the seed blends and run the company with my wife, Brandy. Tristan just likes to shoot stuff, and Cody runs the camera and keeps us entertained. We needed a squad to help bring Buck Addiction TV to life. Jordan provides the humor.
Just got pooped on again.
Matt provides the sarcasm.
Can't believe you got me out here filming when it's raining. That's stupid as well.
And Jason, well, he's just happy to be here. We also needed some partners to help us reach our goal. Delta Ag makes our plants grow. Grow the Bone makes our bucks grow. Black Widow helps us lure them in close. And Fin de Fur helps us with everything from our boots to our bows. Welcome to our world. The addiction starts now.
Mother Nature has not cooperated whatsoever. Dry, dusty, but I've got a solution in my head. I'm a volunteer firefighter, got access to the tanker trucks. I think I'm gonna make it rain.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anything quite so redneck as Jason pulling into the food plot in the Thayer Volunteer Fire Department truck, carrying a load of water to water a food plot. It's dedication, but that's country.
Not really sure how much good we actually did by putting the water on there. As we got to doing the math and figuring it up, we probably only put like a 1/4 inch of rain on the food plot, but it still makes you feel good because you put all that work into it, planting it, plowing it, getting it ready. Got to do every option we can to try to get them to grow. So without the food plots, if we have another year without any acorns, no food plots, won't be good for us.
Who knows if it'll work or not? A very little amount of water on a pretty good sized plot. But I tell you, we're not gonna sit around and wait for Mother Nature to do what she's gotta do. That's the Buck Addiction way. You ever heard that old statement, you might be redneck if? Well, we redneck. Well, Jason's got a truck pull today. Spent the evening last night kind of discussing what we were going to do, and really want me to come up and film the truck pull. Which I like a truck pull. It's not something I go to a lot, but I enjoy it fine. Good place to run into a lot of rednecks. But Jason is quite particular about the way this truck looks. So he's decided that we're going to get up at 7:30 in the morning, clean this truck.
It won't last long, as dusty as it is.
No.
Took fairgrounds last night. Dust by the inch deep everywhere.
Here's the shocking news from today. Jason has overslept. Pull up to his house, 7:30 sharp. His truck's out, it's being cleaned, but it's his dad doing the work. Jason's nowhere to be found.
That don't suit him, he can do it himself.
At Grow the Bone, there's only one goal: to produce the most powerful attractant and mineral on the market. Since we started feeding Grow the Bone, we're getting more pictures, holding more bucks, we're seeing quicker antler growth, and much bigger body sizes. Grow the Bone is the only whitetail feed I've found that is 100% worth the money, and it's the only feed we'll use on Buck Addiction farms. Grow the Bone, the secret is out. Here's the shocking news from today. Jason has overslept.
Who's gonna wash the truck this morning?
Oh. I'm going to.
What happened to who's wash the truck this morning?
Well, we had a fire call last night, and I didn't get to bed quite as early as I thought I would. Yeah, I didn't get up quite as early as everybody else. Not really when I was supposed to, but I've got a valid excuse this time. All these guys went to bed early and got plenty of sleep. My fire pager went off. My other job, volunteer fireman. Had to go out and fight a brush fire all night. People don't realize it's real dry around here and you're not supposed to play with fire when it's dry. But anyways, we go out, we save people's fields and houses, and then I catch heck about it the next morning and don't get up in time.
I felt a little bit bad giving Jason a hard time, especially after I found out he had been working a brush fire all night and hadn't had much sleep. But then I got over it because it's just fun to pick on him.
Hey, Brady.
Did you wash your truck or did your dad do it?
Dad did it, I guess. Or you did, or somebody. I don't know.
I didn't do it. Because he was washing it when I drove by to go running. You better get after it then.
Still trying to wake up. What a fire call. People don't know that it's still dry, even though we got a little rain.
It looks good though. He did a good job.
He did a great job. Well, I get a chance to finally come back to town for a few days. Hadn't been able to watch the show any. Pretty excited to see the show, first few episodes. Realized that when I'm not around, I'm a punching bag for everybody. Everybody make fun of Jason. I've been thinking about it a little bit, and it'll all come back around, because what they don't realize is during the fall, I'm behind the camera a lot. And when you're behind the camera, you make fun of people without even saying a word. After catching a bunch of crap from Kevin and my dad for sleeping in again, I finally got the finishing touches put on the truck and able to get out here, and we're gonna get the truck loaded up and head up to the fairgrounds in West Plains and get the track ready, do all the preparations for it, and get ready to play in the dirt tonight.
Well, we get up to the fairgrounds in West Plains. Not gonna lie, it's hot. As much as I enjoy it, it's a little uncomfortable at this point. I was glad to hear the old shake and bake truck fire up and get ready to pull. It's one step closer to me getting the job done, and hopefully Jason will win and they don't get to go back home. It was actually kind of exciting. Getting to see Jason pull the old shake and bake truck out and rumble down the track, pulling that sled, slinging some dirt. It's actually a real good time.
Got a lead so far. That's an adrenaline rush. Completely different than sitting in a tree stand shooting a bow, but it's still an adrenaline rush.
Proud of him. He won that weight class. I have to sit around a while, but I'm hoping maybe that he can make it 2 for 2 when he runs in the next round. Wasn't quite as lucky the second go around. Pulled about the same distance, had somebody kind of sneak up and get him by, I think, 10 inches. He did finish second. We're proud of him. And once again, it was just super cool to see Jason out there kind of with his second passion. He definitely eats it up. He loves it, puts a lot of work and effort into it. And we're just happy that he had a good night.
Still got to have a lot of fun. It's not winning, it's pulling. It's been fun. How have you enjoyed it, Big K?
Ready to go home.
You look so enthused.
Ready to go home.
Just for everybody to know, it has taken me over 2 years, well, almost 3 years, full years of asking him to come to a truck pull. I've been on him. First one he's made it to yet.
My addiction is growing bigger bucks.
My addiction is preparing to take my first buck.
My addiction is preparing for my next buck.
My addiction is helping them film theirs.
At Buck Addiction, our rehab program has 10 steps and a sturdy platform. Become an addict.
We've been out to our lease in Kansas for a few days, and conditions just weren't good at all. This corn hadn't been taken out of the fields yet. Deer weren't moving. It was hot. Tempers were starting to get a little raised, and we all decided we'd just head home.
Yeah, we had a few issues in Kansas. Nearly came to blows a couple of times. But we're all buddies. We all knew it was hot. We knew everybody was frustrated. Best thing we can do is get back to Missouri, see if we can't find a good buck to maybe make everybody's attitude get just a little bit better.
Even with it being a little bit early in the season, we always like to use some kind of scent. And so before we head to the stand, we used some Black Widow straight doe. Not only is it kind of entice the bucks to come in a little bit, but it also works good as a cover scent as well. Hey Kevin, you got any Black Widow? I left mine at the bow shop.
Where's yours?
The bow shop? I forgot it. No, the backpack.
That's why he sends us a bunch of it.
Well, I switched backpacks this week. I had the other one ready, just filming in Kansas.
Well, seems to me like it'd be something you remember.
This is my hunting pack. The other one was my filming pack. I had it in it. I didn't have it in this. Sorry. Where's your camera, by the way?
Tristan's already got it in the tree.
Sorry.
Where I would be if you'd remember your stuff.
Sorry to inconvenience you. Oop, don't want to get on the book.
It's fresh.
Yes, it is.
We kill something?
Will do.
I should be able to see everything that comes in your side. Okay, I'm just gonna film. Comes in my side, make sure Jordan's on us.
Okay.
We're looking at the high rack 10, the wide 10, and the good 8. That's a 3 we can shoot, right? That's
Any
what we're
three
looking
of
for.
them. If they come by you, give T.O. the green light.
I'll,
Or if it's close to dark and a slick egg comes by, let him have it. We need to get him a kill.
all right, well, we shall see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Good luck.
Black Widow has a product called Straight Doe. Early season's a great time to use it. It's going to give just a little bit of curiosity to the bucks. It's also going to help cover your scent and buy you those few extra seconds to get that shot off. What we have here is a perfect situation. Jason is getting filmed by Jordan on the south end of the field. I'm filming Tristan on the north side of the field. We've got about 200 yards in between us with a west wind. Things couldn't be a lot better. What we need now is for one of these bucks we've been seeing to show back up in the daylight.
We got all settled in the stand. It was still plenty of time before dark, and we'd been sitting there quite a while wondering if we'd made a good choice because it was hot and wasn't seeing anything. And then right about the time the sun started coming down, 2 bucks came out across the food plot from us, and I knew right away one of them was a real high, he's kind of narrow, but he's real high rack 10 pointer. And with all the pictures we'd been getting, he was definitely real high on my wish list.
Tristan just nonchalantly says, "Hey, where'd that big buck come from?" From the angle I was sitting, I couldn't see it. But when he did walk out to where I could see him, I recognized him right away. I knew Jason was excited. It was one of the deer he really wanted. It looked like this buck was on a string, headed right for Jason.
He's coming straight towards us, and it all looked like it was gonna work perfectly. He's coming. I had a clear view of him right across the field. Kevin, from where him and T.O. were at, they had a great advantage point on getting another angle on camera. And if he continued on his path, it looked like it was all gonna work out. Right about the time they got, they were well within bow range, started, and they made an immediate right. They come probably 15 yards under the stand there, but when I could get a shot, Jordan couldn't see him because of the limbs, and when Jordan could see him on the camera, I couldn't get a shot. They ended up jumping the fence onto the neighbors, and they were sit there and eat quite a while on acorns right in the tree line, and was beginning to wonder if it was gonna happen that evening or if it was gonna be another close call or what. But just a few minutes later, they jumped the fence again and headed straight out in the middle of the quick fix food plot, and it just all worked out perfectly.
What do you think of that, buddy?
It's awesome.
I think it was really cool that Tristan and I got to be there and watch it. Seeing that nocturnal arrow nock go through that buck from across the field, to be able to film it, it's something I haven't seen very often. To be able to have both angles all the way across the field, that's the kind of stuff we live for. That's the buck addiction way.
That's all the excitement of that, is a smile.
Well, I'm happy, man. How cool was the view from over there?
Pretty cool.
I spotted them, so I take credit for that.
Yeah, Tristan saw him before I ever did. I think you missed him.
What? You're full of it, too. Does that look like I missed him?
I don't see. Maybe there's a little hair. I can smell gut from here. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. You're crazy too.
What do you think about that, Tristan?
Oh.
He said that was epic. The only problem is the other one didn't run over here.
I told Baker just let them both walk right to you, but he didn't do it.
You were gonna call him in.
He would have got kicked in the teeth if he would have too.
He said at one point, he says, I'm not going to shoot him. But he was talking about the 8-pointer. I didn't hear him.
About the 8.
I turned and looked at him. I was like, what did you say?
I tell you what, from a distance, the 8 looks better because he's so wide and high off his head. He looks like a better deer from a distance until they turn sideways.
Yeah, then up close.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd how the tides can turn, because everything worked out perfectly that evening. Ended up everybody laughing, cutting up, carrying on, having a good evening. And if you told me that morning, I never would have thought that would have happened.
I think that was a 12 ring.
I believe so.
And he's got a bunch of gel.
Look how big the body is.
He's a big deer. We could tell that the other night.
He broke that G3 over there off a little bit. It's done, baby. Now I get to film a lot until after gun season.
Remember what happened the last time that happened?
It was awesome. Every time we went. Like I said earlier, we was hunting in Kansas yesterday.
I think I said that earlier, but
I did too, up in the stand.
Yeah. Well, I said
you wasn't there.
I said the most recent.
Oh, okay. Let's give Kevin all the credit here.
Oh, come on. Tell your story.
No, we went out to Kansas and hunted Monday evening and Tuesday evening. A little bit of rain. Kevin decides we need to come home. We come home this evening. We go and set up this set that me and Jordan hunted in this evening. It was right beside where we put the blind the other day. And these deer, the first time we came here, me and Kevin hunted the other set where him and Tristan were at tonight, and the deer did the exact same thing. Sunday when we were here, it was raining. The deer didn't really move much. But we was hoping with the cool front moving in, no rain, clear skies, that they'd come on out tonight, and they did. And we made it happen.
Blah, blah, blah. See this some more. Well, the last thing I'm going to say is sometimes drama breeds success. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
So, at the end of the day, it's all BOA, and it's a dead deer.
Dead deer.
That's what it is.
And if you haven't already, go to our new website at buckaddiction.com. We're excited. It's got a nice new look and feel to it. You can go to our online store to check out all the Buck Addiction products, all the products from our partners, and just keep up with what's new with Team BOA.
That was epic. But it would have been better if the other buck wolf came over to me and we could have got a double.